I'm out here at Paradise Farm. This is University of Wyoming property. You can see some of the barns, Hanson Arena set up right there. And this soil beneath our feet is the soil that we're going to take a peek at. We're taking advantage of a cut in the terrace here along the Laramie River to take a look at a soil that developed in alluvium, an Strath terrace of the Bull Lake age, so about 140,000 years ago. You'll see some nice development in this soil, and what we're seeing here is an increase in calcium carbonate. So you'll be sure to test each of these horizons with hydrochloric acid. So during that Bull Lake age, about 140,000 years ago, give or take, tens of thousands of years, the Laramie River was being overloaded with sediment by the glacial meltwater in the Reiwa Wilderness. The river meandered all across a broad floodplain that was aggrading rather than downcutting. That means that it was receiving material. Within this profile, the lower part has developed a channel deposit. You'll see it's gravels and sands, while the upper horizons have developed in an overbank deposit of a more loamy texture. The alluvial deposit that we're digging in is about 2 meters thick over Cretaceous age shale, and I'll show you an example of that. Cretaceous age shale, about 65 million years old. Looking over to the area where we have a soil pit exposed. This is obviously present day Laramie River. There it is. Down here, I'm going to walk down. I'm not quite going to go down to the floodplain right now. I'm going to go and look at this cut here in the terrace. And this is the soil. We've got better pictures. I've obviously sampled already. But this soil shows accumulation of clay, carbonates, and in the lower part, a small amount of gypsum. Not enough for a gypsic horizon, but it's down there. This soil is a good representative of a well-developed desert soil on a stable landscape in the northern Rocky Mountain basins. There's a little bit more organic matter than you might expect to find in typical desert soil out here. We've got this nice grassland vegetation. There's more than 15% calcium carbonate in the BK horizon. Our soil moisture and temperature regime are aeritic, about 30 centimeters of precip annually, and frigid, about 6 degrees Celsius mean annual temperature. As you can hear, as with every one of these sites, the wind is blowing, and I just noticed my dog is on the wrong side of the fence. Hang on a sec. What's wrong with this picture? So I'm at Paradise Farm, sitting on top of our profile right here, and as you can hear, wind is howling like usual. But what we're sitting on top of, and by we, I mean me, what I'm sitting on top of is a Strath terrace of about 140,000 years old. So the glacial meltwater that came out of the Reiwa Wilderness was depositing tons and tons of material out here. And so the upper part of the profile is more of a loamy textured glacial outwash over top of coarser textured, maybe channel deposits. And let's see if I can spin this thing around. No, haven't mastered that yet. And here's my view. I'm looking at the present day Laramie River floodplain. It's about, I don't know, maybe 10 feet below where I'm sitting now on this terrace. So the glacial outwash material that we're going to be mostly looking at today is about 2 meters thick, and then below that is a Cretaceous age shale, about 65 million years old, and I'll walk down to the stream bank for us to take a peek. You can see on this walk over to the river, we're underlain by Cretaceous age shale that's high in sodium salts. And so there's these zones of sodium-rich salt accumulation. There's halophytes, or plants that are adapted for particularly salty conditions. And you can see, not sure if you can see really well, but there's definitely these platy shaped rocks, and also this white colored salt on the surface there. From this vantage point, you can see obviously where I parked my car, and then just a little bit further in front of that, there's some papers flapping. That's where that pit is. that we're focused on. And then even right here down on the floodplain, right adjacent to the river, we can see another little cut. And what we're seeing is a very small amount of the glacial outwash right on top, capped here, and then we get into this shale material. But remember, we're, 2 meters, maybe 10 feet down below where we were in that profile.